In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a multimeter to measure the equivalent resistance of a circuit. I'll also show you how to measure. I'll also verify how resistors add in series and how the inverses add in parallel. And this is the circuit, same one we used before. And first things first is to measure resistance, you have to get rid of the power supply. But I'll just take those out completely. And I'm going to rewire this to isolate the resistors better. Otherwise, if we were to just measure across, we'd get our equivalent resistance. And I want to show you how they add in series. So I'm going to move this one to this side. And I'll move this one to the same side, and I'll keep them in series. But now I have to bridge the gap we have here. Just use that red wire. And this red wire. So that's our circuit minus the power source in a well-isolated, organized fashion. So now we want to get our multimeter ready. We'll go to Lab View, get our MyDAC, right click, Input, DAC Assistant, and we are collecting data, so we are acquiring signals. Analog, resistance, digital multimeter, one sample, on demand. We're going to have to change the max here because we're dealing with at least a 15K, so we'll just do 20K. And good. Alright. We have that there. We'll bring up our digital multimeter, set it to ohms, change from mega ohms to kilo ohms. And we will run. Oops, whatever. And okay, so if we're going to measure across the, we'll have to break this circuit here to isolate each part. So this one here, R3.3 measures at 2.26. R4.7 measures at 4.61. And together, let's just add up 7.87. It's pretty close. Others for our right branch, we have our 1 kilo ohm, measures 0.99. Our 15 kilo ohm measures 14.83, and together they should 15.81. Now they added in series close to our values are on paper, but to get the equivalent resistance we have to have them in one circuit. So bridge the gap again. We'll measure from one end to the other end, and that gives us our 5.25 kilo ohms. And as you see on paper here, we had our 3.3 plus 4.7 got 8. A 1 plus 15 got 16. 1 over 8 plus 1 over 16 equals 3 over 16. Divide 16 by 3, because we need the inverse, gives us 5.33 kilo ohms, which was close to our values.
So, not exactly the exact same values, but in the ballpark of how to find our equivalent on the breadboard.